Welcome back to The Great Expanse by John Bat 426 here on YouTube. And I'm just looking at something called Alex Ross's Timeless Variant cover. And on the cover is just a whole bunch of Marvel's best supervillains. And of course I'm going to have it available for you to see in the video, but I'm just going to go one by one and just name them all for you. You see here on the far left, Emma Frost, the White Queen, who debuted with the Hellfire Club in one of the classic X-Men stories, the Dark Phoenix Saga. Next to her is Mysterio, Quentin Beck, Spider-Man arch-villain extraordinaire, and right above him, the Vulture, Adrian Toomes. Next to them, Dormammu, Doctor Strange's archenemy. Now, if you went by the movies, you think Baron Mordo was. No, it was Dormammu. Don't confuse the comic books with the MCU. Okay. Next to Dormammu, the sort of devilish character of Marvel, Mephisto. Alright? Beneath Mephisto was Kurt Connors, the Lizard, another Spider-Man arch-villain. I'm going to go up from the Lizard, and you see the huge cranium of MODOK, George Tarleton. That's his name, George Tarleton. Or is it George or something? Maybe, I don't know. Beneath him, one of my favorite supervillains of all time, Dr. Octopus, Otto Octavius, Spider-Man's arch enemy. Beneath Dr. Octopus, Flint Marko, or William Mann, depending on which version you see or read about, okay? The Sandman, who was expertly played in Spider-Man 3, a movie I did not like, by Thomas Hayden Church. Sandman was probably the best part of that movie. Above Dr. Octopus, throwing up gang signs, looking like he's posing for his album cover for some reason, is the Mandarin, the real Mandarin, not Trevor Slattery. And you see on the Mandarin's hands, the 10 rings, not 10 bracelets. Next to the Mandarin, and I do not know what the Mandarin's real name is in the comics. Next to the Mandarin, that huge hulking physique, the presence of Daredevil's #1 enemy, Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin of Crime. And right on the Kingpin's left shoulder is Loki, the God of Mischief. We're going to go down. You see Elektra. I do not know how to pronounce her last name. I think it's Nachios, right? Not the kind you eat, but there's a T in there. Elektra Nachios. Crouching next to her, not a crouching tiger, but a crouching cat, the Black Cat, Felicia Hardy. A sort of foil for Spider-Man. All right? We're going to go up from Black Cat, and we see the Red Skull, Johann Schmidt, the arch enemy of Captain America. Next to the Red Skull is Hela, sort of the gatekeeper of hell in Norse mythology. She is the daughter of Loki, not his sister, like the MCU says. Okay? And on her left shoulder, almost the prime enemy of the Marvel Universe, Victor Von Doom, Dr. Doom, the arch enemy of Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four. I'm going to leave it there because he's fought so many people. Next to Dr. Doom, over his left shoulder is Eddie Brock, or Mac Gargan, Venom, or Flash Thompson, depending on which Venom you're looking at. But I think that's the Eddie Brock Venom. A little down from Venom, another of Spider-Man's arch enemies, the Green Goblin, Norman Osborn, who was also Harry Osborn, but the Green Goblin. I think that's Norman Osborn. Up, standing over the Green Goblin, sort of on his left, is Thanos. Down, and Thanos doesn't really have an arch enemy. He's not an arch enemy of anybody. He's an enemy of reality. He's an enemy of the entire Marvel Universe, the Infinity Saga, the Infinity Gauntlet. There's another one where doppelgangers from an alternate universe were kind of filtering into our universe, but Thanos' opposite looked just like Thanos. He was the only one. Everybody else had a monstrous sort of doppelganger. He was fighting an exact replica of himself, because Thanos is who he is. Down from Thanos is the Mole Man. I believe the first enemy of the Fantastic Four. The Mole Man. I do not know what his real name is. Up from the Mole Man, standing over his left shoulder, Eric Lehnsherr, or Max Eisenhart, or whatever name you want to use. Magneto, the Master of Magnetism, another one of my favorite Marvel villains or comic book villains, period, of all time. Just standing over Magneto is Cain Marko, the Juggernaut, the half-brother of Charles Xavier. The arch-enemy of Professor X, you could say. Him and Magneto, kind of the arch-enemy. Cain Marko, obviously, is a little more of a personal enemy. Even though Magneto is sort of a personal enemy, too. But Magneto loves Charles Xavier. Juggernaut hates him. Standing to the left of Magneto is Mystique, Raven Darkholme, stepmother of Rogue, mother of Nightcrawler. To the left of Mystique, the Dark Phoenix herself, Jean Grey. Next to Jean Grey is Ultron, created by Hank Pym. Not Tony Stark, like it says in the MCU, okay? Standing in front of Ultron is Matt Gargan, the Scorpion, one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. Standing over the Scorpion is Kang the Conqueror, also known as Immortus, the time-traveling menace of the Avengers, who will be portrayed in future movies by Jonathan Majors. You saw his kind of debut at the finale, the season finale of Loki. Standing over Kang, probably my favorite comic book villain of all time, in Sabanor, Apocalypse. Hopefully, originally the arch villain of the original incarnation of X-Factor. Then he was just a mutant menace fighting all the X-Factor teams, X-Force, X-Men Blue and Gold, X-Factor, right? Excalibur even. And standing over Apocalypse, hovering over Apocalypse is Annihilus, one of the menaces of the Negative Zone with the cosmic control rod. All right? Enemy of the Fantastic Four. To the left of Apocalypse and Annihilus is Emil Blonsky, the Abomination. Not the Abomination of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. Not that mess. Ooh, I almost missed this guy. Baron Zemo, standing between Kang the Conqueror and in front of Emil Blonsky, the Abomination. Baron Zemo, another enemy of Captain America. Standing before him is Max Dillon, Electro, enemy of Spider-Man, one of his arch enemies. To the left of Electro is Samuel Stearns, the leader, the arch enemy of the Incredible Hulk. Kneeling before him is the Super Skrull, who has all the combined powers of the Fantastic Four. Reed Richards, Johnny Storm, Sue Storm, and Ben Grimm in the Incredible Hulk. Forgive me. The Thing. You can see there he's a little inflamed, and he has a rocky fist. Okay. And standing over the Super Skrull and the leader is the Rhino, Alexei something. I don't remember his last name. Sorry. And if you look carefully, in the background, faded, is Galactus, enemy of reality, enemy of planet Earth. He devours worlds. He's been thwarted by the Fantastic Four many times, but Galactus is that guy. Anyway, I just hope you guys enjoyed this. You know, I love Alex Ross's stuff. It's a beautiful spread of all these great characters, these great villains. Which one is your favorite? Whose artwork here really stands out? I'll say the if I gotta go by the best drawing, I don't think I can. Because I think I'll just be biased to somebody that looks cool. But I think they all just look fantastic. They all represent each character that they are meant to designate. Super Skrull definitely looks cool with that Ben Grimm fist and the flames or whatever. And of course, Victor Von Doom looks resplendent in his outfit. But that was my opinion. That was my take. What do you think of this great spread by Alex Ross? Is your favorite Marvel villain on this list? I mean, is he in this picture? Maybe it's somebody that hasn't been pictured here. I personally was looking for the Sentinels. I was looking for Mr. Sinister. I did not see them. But anyway, this is still great. It's by Alex Ross. Timeless, #1, a variant cover. And Alex Ross always does an excellent job. Thank you again for watching these videos, and we can't wait to see you for our next vid. Stay tuned.